The timeline search in the ExactVision client can be used to search for recorded video, audio, events, and event serial data from a single source or multiple sources across more than one ExactVision system. Click the search icon in the top left corner of the client. The list of systems will be displayed in a tree on the left-hand side panel. To search a camera from any of the available systems, check the box adjacent to that source. Specify a search range below and click Search. You can search for video on a single camera or up to 48 cameras simultaneously. Several cameras may be checked before performing a search, or an entire server's cameras can be searched by clicking the box adjacent to the server name. The recorded data will appear along the timeline with the corresponding source listed to the left. When performing a search of multiple cameras, all the cameras should be selected by default. But you can also control-click the names to select or unselect individual cameras to the left of the recorded data. The same function can be performed on Mac clients by using the Command key instead of Control. The type of recorded video will be represented on the timeline by different colors. A color legend may be displayed or hidden using the Legend button. In this example, blue indicates where motion recording occurred, whereas green will be either continuous or time-lapse video. Red corresponds to event or alarm recording. You may modify the search range by manually selecting new start and end times to the left, or by using the shift timeline arrows to the left or right of the timeline. The speed search function uses an iframe or snapshot image of a camera's video by clicking anywhere within the recorded data on the timeline. This makes it easy and fast to find important events or incidents in the recorded data. To begin downloading video to your client station, move the yellow cursor to the starting point and press the play button, or simply double-click on the desired start time in the recorded data. Downloaded data is represented on the timeline by a darkened region of the timeline bar. Note that this downloads data into a cache on the client workstation and is not the same as exporting the video for use off of the workstation. Once downloaded, you may use the playback controls above the timeline to control the playback speed and direction. The downloaded video can be cleared from the client station by right-clicking the timeline and selecting Clear Cache. Cameras may also be searched by groups, maps, views, events, or cases. You can select any of these options in the bottom left-hand corner of the page. Refer to the corresponding videos for more information on these features. To create a clip of several cameras or create a bookmark, click and drag the yellow cursor to the point on the timeline where you'd like to start. Either click the Mark Start button above the timeline, or right-click the timeline and select Mark Start. Now you may position the yellow cursor on the timeline and select the Mark Stop button. Right-click the timeline and select Mark Stop, or drag the red stop position on the timeline to the desired stopping point for the clip. If the entire selection was already downloaded to the client cache, the projected export file size will be displayed. Next, you may use the Download and Export Video button above the timeline, or right-click the timeline and select Download and Export Video, or even use the Download and Export Video button from the toolbar at the top of the window. Once prompted, browse to a file save location and choose a file type. Alternatively, if you already know the camera's time frame to be exported, you can specify the camera from the tree, specify a time frame in the search range, and click Quick Export to create a clip. You may also choose to select the Bookmark button to create a new bookmark. Use of cases and bookmarks will be covered further in a separate video. Search functions may also be accessed from the Live page. From any live camera, right-click the camera panel and notice the search option. Choose Video to automatically review 2 hours of recorded video from the selected camera. Choose Layout to automatically review 2 hours of recorded video from all of the cameras in the currently displayed screen. You may also use the exact replay function to view smaller segments of video in a pop-up window.